Six Flags Great America currently has 15 roller coasters and consistently receives investment towards new rides. Stick around until the end of the video to find out what I think is the most likely next roller coaster at Six Flags Great America. Before we begin, I must preface that this video is pure speculation. We simply do not have enough information to definitively say whether a certain coaster is going to be added to the park. I will provide my personal opinion and a bold prediction, but also within the realm of possibility. It makes it even more difficult with Six Flags current CEO Salim Basul stating that they do not plan to open new coasters for a while they are attempting to change Six Flags' business model. While Six Flags is focusing on cost cutting and investing in other areas, I think it's unlikely we see very expensive models. So sorry, no Gigas, no fourth dimension coasters on here. For this video, I'll primarily be looking at three factors: manufacturers Six Flags works with, what they need for their lineup at this park specifically, and something within a realistic price. Going through a few manufacturers, Six Flags does not work with Gerstlauer ever since the legal battle over the fault of the accident in 2013 on New Texas Giant. Major models that are very expensive are also likely off the table unless Six Flags fundamentally changes their business model and starts investing in new expensive roller coaster models. So I'm talking like $20 million plus again per ride. This will eliminate most Intamins and Machs and a lot of B&M models as well. Not all, of course, it's still possible, but just unlikely in my opinion. To my knowledge, Six Flags hasn't built a wooden coaster since Apocalypse at Magic Mountain in 2009. Yes, Little Dipper opened as a kiddie coaster at Great America in 2010, but it was a relocation from defunct Park Kiddieland just up the road. Bottom line is, Six Flags hasn't been interested in building new wooden roller coasters recently, likely because they require more maintenance. To identify gaps in a park's lineup, I came up with a chart. The criteria I think that a park should have include airtime, a launch, something not on the track like a wing coaster or an invert, something 200 plus feet tall, a spinner, a wooden coaster, a family coaster, a kiddie coaster, inversions, a true standout, and any other miscellaneous need. Now at Six Flags Great America, they have multiple launch coasters in vertical velocity and max force. Goliath and Raging Bull bring the airtime. Batman the Ride, Superman Ultimate Flight, Vertical Velocity, and X-Flight are not on the track. Raging Bull has a height or drop that is 200 plus feet. Viper, American Eagle, and Goliath have the wood category well covered. The Joker has a seat that spins, so I will count that as a spinner. 8 roller coasters here have multiple inversions. Take your pick. So what does this park need? Being nitpicky, I could say they need an ultra elite coaster, which is something I define as worthy of being a potential top 10 roller coaster in the world. They could really just use something different that the park doesn't already offer without breaking the bank. Maybe like an actual long launch coaster or a Giga coaster. I personally think a Giga would be amazing here, but I don't think it's all that realistic at the current time for Six Flags in 2022. On to my first prediction. At number 5, I have a B&M dive coaster. I think it's very possible for them to get a B&M dive. After Six Flags Fiesta Texas opened Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger in 2022, breaking the over 10-year hiatus of Six Flags working with B&M, likely due to them not wanting to spend the extra money for a B&M model, I could really see a dive coaster working well here, as it's very gimmicky, reliable, it's a GP magnet, it has good capacity, and not like anything else currently offered at the park. For my number 4 pick, I'm going with a sleeper pick here. How about an S&S Axis coaster? I know we haven't seen any of these built yet, and a lot of these predictions have been floating around for a while, but this coaster has Great America written all over it in my opinion. Again, it will give the park something very different from what it already offers. Six Flags has been working a lot with S&S, designing max force and all the 40 free spins, of course, at all of their main parks. If this S&S Axis coaster is one of the first to be sold, it would likely be a prototype, meaning it wouldn't be too expensive and won't break the bank for Six Flags, making it even more likely in my opinion. At number 3, I have a Vekoma launch coaster. I'm kind of baffled that Six Flags hasn't worked with Vekoma yet. The new generation of Vekomas are awesome rides, clonable, and a much lower price compared to similar models by other manufacturers like Intamin or Mach. Maybe it's because Sansei Technologies, who is the parent company of both S&S and Vekoma, give the Six Flags projects to S&S, but I really think they could benefit by working with Vekoma, with giving them some different ride models and also a little bit more reliability in the park. I could see a lengthy multi-launch coaster fitting really well here, contrasting the short, albeit intense launch coasters of max force and vertical velocity. At number 2, I have a Premier Rides launch coaster. There are a lot of major thrill coasters at Six Flags Great America, but I think they could use a more mild launch coaster, and Premier makes awesome modern launch coasters. Something like West Coast Racers would be amazing here, and if they end up tearing down American Eagle, which isn't in great shape in 2022, then a racing launch coaster could be a great predecessor. It would be within budget, well-liked, and fit well among the park's lineup because it offers a different experience. And finally, my number one prediction is an RMC of some sort. It could be a Raptor, it could be an American Eagle conversion. I'm leaning more towards a Raptor though. I'm making this double entry because I think the park will almost certainly get at least one more RMC. Whether it's a Raptor clone of like Jersey Devil or Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, or the RMC conversion of American Eagle, I think one of these is extremely likely, but probably not both. Before Salim took over, it appeared that the RMC single rail model was going to be like the next Batman clone, going to most major Six Flags parks, but now it's really uncertain. On the other hand, American Eagle is in quite the dilapidated state and is extremely rough and unpopular. It's kind of a shame Six Flags let this coaster get to this state. They almost certainly have to make a decision about this ride within the next few years. It may reinforce the structure or get new trains, but bold prediction, I think American Eagle will be the next coaster to bite the dust at this park. And I think the next coaster will be in this location. Even though they have Goliath and RMC Topper Track Woody already at this park, I would not be surprised to see them turn to RMC to work their magic on this aging Woody. It would immediately give them a standout ride, and depending on the layout, a potential top 10 coaster in the country. As for what year I could see this edition coming, it's very hard to predict due to the current state of Six Flags and the economy not doing so well, but if I had to guess, I would say around maybe 2025. But again, this is all speculation, so I'm not sure, this is just my best guess. But I do think that the next coaster at this park is going to be an RMC. We'll see if that does come to fruition over the next few years. So that's all for this coaster speculation video. Let me know down in the comments what you think the next coaster will be at Six Flags Great America. What do you want to see at this park? What do you think Six Flags is going to be willing to spend? With their likely new business model, do you think they're going to be more willing to spend more money on bigger additions and more custom layouts and stuff? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for similar coaster content at least twice a week. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next one.